Hello lovely human beings, it's Loretta with Sparrowhawker Designs and welcome back to my channel. So I made a boho slash gypsy junk journal. It's actually I think they're called Roma, R-O-M-A. I think anyway. so So I was going to sell this, but I messed up the spine, and so I feel like in good conscience I can't really sell it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But anyway, so I made the cover out of a book. It's a hidden spine, and this is a placemat that I got at Goodwill at the thrift store. Yeah, I don't know what if Goodwill is all over the world or not. So anyway, I made this flower and I put it on here with a black ruffle, and I used this is elastic lace for the closure, and I just tied it. It's also probably too full as well. I have to learn how to plan better. So I made this little tassel here out of some eyelash trim and black lace and tassels, and I made a couple of beaded things to go on there as well. Black ruffle, and then on the back I put another piece of black lace, and yeah. So the inside, and I'll show you how I messed it up. So the inside here, I had the whole thing done before I decided, before I put the signatures in, of course. It's a hidden spine, which means you sew your signatures into a strip of whatever, cardboard or whatever. I think I used a cereal box, and then you glue it into where the original spine of the book was. The problem is that I had put this trim on all of it, and so when I went to glue the spine in, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this totally overlaps the lace, and there's this big buckle here, and it gapped, so I put some washi tape on there to try to hide it. But yeah, I just cannot believe I did that. I mean, you can really see it down here, like right here. So it wouldn't lay flat, and there was like this big, I mean, it's glued in, it's not going anywhere, but there's this big buckle here, and I'm just like super upset about it. Anyway, I put some black trim and some green. This came off of a blouse I bought at Walmart. A green trim there, and this was white, and I think I dyed it tan. So anyway, we will look inside. So this is Natasha, and she is our fortune teller. And I made these two little dangles here with some lace. I had a ton of fun with this book. I think if for a junk journal it might not be plain enough. I don't know. Anyway. So this folds out, and I'm having trouble getting all of this in frame. Here's some journaling paper here. So the kits that I used in this, I will try to remember whose is whose, but I don't think I'm going to be able to remember exactly everything. This is ScreechOwl, I do believe. This is Artymaze. I think this is Artymaze as well. This is Graphics Fairy. This is just an image I think I downloaded off the internet. And this is from my private collection. She just kind of reminds me of like a bohemian woman. So, anyway, yeah. Okay, Artymaze. So, Everything in here has been hand dyed or whatever by me and stamped. I really had fun like with this. This is just notebook paper. Oh, I don't remember whose kit this is, but I will try to remember. Put little dangly right here. I don't know if you can see that. I absolutely love these. I think this is just Graphics Fairy, I think. But they're just so pretty, and especially once you tea dye them, or coffee dye them, they're even prettier. This is just out of a old paper. I think this is ScreechOwl as well. Yeah, I think so. And I use some of the stickles on here. You know, you get a much better, like, the lighting is much better as long as I leave the book down on the table. Anyway, just some, I did some pearlescence kind of paint on that. So. I just am having so much fun decorating these pages. And, so this is actually, a paper gift bag. You know, it has the strings on it and everything that I got from, I think it was Dollar General, or Everything's a Dollar. And I just glued it in here, because it's got the colors for it, you know, and I just thought it was just so cute. There's nothing in it. I think this is JLeeLoo, I think. That's who that's by. So, yeah, so I use kits from AmityBloom, JLeeLoo, JournalCentric, ScreechOwl, Artymaze, Graphics Fairy, and I think there's one other that I cannot remember. So this is actually the name of the scrapbook paper. It's got to be at least, I don't know, 10 or 15 years old, probably 15 years old. There's a guest check. And at the very bottom, you know, this was like, kind of like how fabric does, you know, how they'll put the name of the, and I just thought, that is just entirely too cute to not use. And this was part of the other part of it, collection LL Paris, I think is what it says. I don't know. Anyway, and I just made this little thing here. This is Graphics Fairy. Here's some, so there are some journaling spots in it, but I think that for an actual junk journal, I'm not leaving enough enough empty pages. I think I'm decorating too much. I'm learning as I go, folks. I mean, this is, I think, the 8th one I've made, so I'm trying. And a lot of this is just scrapbook paper that I have had forever and forever and forever. This is an envelope. I thought this was really pretty. And there's a tag that I made. This is scrapbook paper. I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. It's very bohemian. And that was white. I hand dyed that as well. I had a whole strip of them. They're like fabric butterflies. So this is probably my most favorite Roma image, is this one. I used this also in the travel journal that I did. I just that eye, just, you know, that gaze is just magical, right? I think this is AmityBloom from her kit. So I used kind of, I don't know what you can see and what you can't, but I used kind of a graphite paint on this, and then I stamped on it, and I just thought it had the coolest look. This came from Roseanne. Hi, Roseanne. I think it came from Roseanne. Wait a minute. it might have come from Pam. I can't remember. I just watched a video that Roseanne did earlier, and she knew who gave her every single piece of every lace, and I do not have that kind of memory. I don't know how she does it. She's amazing. So here's a little envelope, paper inside. And this. I thought this was kind of cute here, this little tuck spot here with the little cards. Tiny little playing cards. Came off of a doily. Here I used the other playing cards and this little tuck. And then this goes in here. Here's a flip up. And just a piece of writing paper. So let's see. This. I had a lot of fun with this. This was a Christmas card we got from my husband's work. And so I just made it not a Christmas card. This is Tim Holtz wallpaper type, not wallpaper, whatever that tissue paper is. I'm sure you all have used it or seen it. And then I love this gal, except for she looks like her neck is broken, but I still love her. And then that, these are from JLeeLoo, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I really love the effect of that graphite paint, because it's got a slight metallic sheen to it with the stamping on top of it. I just thought that was just really cool. I'll do that later. Here's a belly band. So this is not like the I keep saying I'm going to make a Gypsy book. It's going to be like a cloth book, and that's going to be for me. But since I have so much bohemian stuff, I thought, oh, I'll make a junk journal and put it up on my Etsy. But this came from Pam. I love this image as well. And so here I just did some, these are Tim Holtz Sizzix dies, and I'm not sure what brand that is, but I don't know if you can see that. That's Artymaze. And then this opens up like that. I haven't hand dyed any paper for a while. I'm using kind of like what I have, so I need to do that again, because I love doing it. It's a ton of fun. So here's a little bauble. Don't know if you can see that. It's kind of a face. This is from my private collection as well. I don't actually know what's going on in this picture. I mean, I don't really know if these are actual Roma bohemians or not. But she's wearing, I don't know if you can see, she's wearing the headband with the coins on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. There's a little bit of tatting down here. Some journaling paper. Did some stitching. There's some more tatting here. This just says Journey On. That's AmityBloom from her kit. I did some stitching on it. This was just scrapbook paper I've had for a long time. It's the same that I used here. I just absolutely, you know, my middle daughter, her favorite color is orange. So for a lot of her scrapbook pages, I would buy orange scrapbook paper. And then, like, afterwards, I'm like, what am I going to do with it now? Well, it works kind of perfect in a boho theme. So this is there's nothing in here, but it's an envelope. This is a paper clip here. This is a napkin. This is another envelope from Graphics Fairy. I think this is ScreechOwl. You can see that. She was the type of girl the moon chased and the stars wished for. That's a piece of old tatting here. And some stickles. So these envelopes that you decoupage, they stick. I mean, they don't rip. Nothing. They don't rip the paper and nothing comes off of them, but they do stick. Oh, yeah. I love this lady too. I just think that's the coolest image. And I have to say that I absolutely, this is probably my favorite stencil, is this Tim Holtz stencil that looks like coffee stains or whatever. Because you know how sometimes when you use stencils, they don't actually look very realistic, but these do. I mean, they actually look, especially if you do it really lightly, they look very realistic. Like it really does look like a coffee stain. Anyway, there's paper in here. It's a belly band. This is an envelope that I did with, I think it's inks, coffee, ink, stamping, and doily. So this has got a couple of different tuck spots here. There's one here. There's one here. And then this is one. And then this belly band part is one. I just put a bunch of little things in there. In Wayside Camp and Caravan. But yeah, there's one here too. And then this also is a pocket that you can put stuff in. So it's kind of a multi-purpose page. Here's the belly band, and then this little beautiful letter here. This is a napkin that I put on a paper bag. Some stitching. This is actually a very loose belly band here in the middle. Some stitching here. I don't know if you can see that, it's very, very faint. And I think, that might be MyPorchPrints, I can't remember. And then another cutout from a die cut. Belly band, this is Artymaze. This pulls out, just journaling paper. This is a tuck up here, and this is a little tiny tuck right here. Some more journaling paper. And then this is a little poem that came with, I think it was the ScreechOwl kit, I think. And then this is a little file folder. Opens up. There's some journaling spots in here. And this little kind of bookmark that I made. something on that. This lady here too, man, you talk about attitude. She just gets me. This is a piece of journaling paper. It's kind of hard to get it back in, so I'm not going to take it out. And then this little piece here. But yeah, I just love her. And here's a little bubble. And that's it. Alright, so there you go. Okay, hope you all are having a great day. I did try to film a craft along, and my first attempt, it stopped filming after like 10 or 15 minutes, and I didn't know it, and I went on ahead and finished the entire project that I was working on in the video. So then I thought, okay, I'll try it again. I did it a second time. It was also kind of a tutorial on something that I made, and did it the second time. It never started recording in the first place. So now I've made 2 of these darn things I was going to make in the tutorial. I don't even need them. I don't have a video to show for it. So that's a learning curve for me too, apparently. So anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well and that you are all safe. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might just give it to somebody. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe, please. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.